Okay, we're going to start. So we're going to start all over, and we're going to do an introduction again. In case anybody here doesn't know me, which I think they all do, but this is Glenda Canuti from Glenda's Creative Place. And thank you for being here live, and especially thanks to the replay viewers as well. We are here, as anybody knows that have gone live with me before, I'm very informal. I'm just going to show you guys a couple of cool things that's going on with my business. Those of you that know me also know I'm a close to my heart consultant. Love close to my heart. And things have changed this year for close to my heart. We are now having a core catalog. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let me switch my camera. This is a core catalog that lasts the whole year. And Melody, I have your stuff ready to send. And I also have Judy's ready to go. If anybody else wants them, let me know. And then they're going to do a supplement every 2 months. And that's where all the cool papers and everything are going to be. So, pretty exciting. So I'm going to show you what I got in the mail. I have subscribed for the last year now to the Close to My Heart. Look at the size of this box. It's like ridiculously huge. I've subscribed to their Scrapbook Kits. They also now have a card kit subscription, which everybody yelled and yelled for last year, and we got it. Let me show you what it looks like real quick, because I don't have it yet. Okay, hold on. Let me, oh, my camera is on. Okay. So, it's a lot of cards, a lot of technique, and you ever get in every kit you get a special stamp set for card makers that you can't get anywhere else. It's pretty cool. You can sign up for 4 months or 12 months, which is different than the scrapbook subscription. Anytime you do a 12-month like everywhere else, like Access for Cricut and everything, you always get a discount. But I'm happy to say that there's a subscription kit for the card makers, because a lot of card makers were just so unhappy that there wasn't one. So I'm going to show you guys what I just got in the mail. I subscribed to the Scrapbook Kits for a year. And when you do that, you get them every 4 months, 4 at a time, and you get, you don't pay shipping, and you get the best discount, just like what I was talking about. Every one you get a really neat card that you can use as a card front, just as, or in a scrapbook. I collect all mine. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I keep them all in a little drawer. And then you also, when you have a year subscription, get 30 free prints to Persnickety Prints. And this is an online place that has been developing scrapbook pictures, or pictures of all kinds, for several years. And they are pretty much, you can drop them in water, they're weatherproof, they're archival, so it's a good thing. So you have special pictures that you don't want to just throw on your photo printer. This is a great thing. But you get that, and then what's cool is you get 4 months worth of kits, but you also, you guys, get, because now the catalog is only 2 months at a time, so we see the paper kit for September, which all these subscription kits are based on the paper. And let me show you, this paper from September is totally, I said this is Melody's jam. Look at the colors. Hello. That's the kit, that's the paper pack. And then all the accessories. And then there's other things. There's kits. I got that kit. Here's a card kit, you guys. Here's a different than the card kit for the subscription. This is a workshop kit. Look at the butterflies. You can only get that stamp set and those dies in this kit. Look how pretty. Anyway, I'm in love with this paper. And here's the autumn paper pack. And you're going to see why I'm saying that we get a sneak peek in a minute. There's autumn. This is not totally my jam, because my favorite season, believe it or not, is autumn. But you know what has happened? Because I live in Southern California, I don't have any autumn. So, or snow. So I have to think about how I decorate and stuff. But this is called Hawthorn. and it's beautiful. I love it. This is like the scrapbooking kit, not the subscription. There's 2 levels now. And there's the card kit workshop for Hawthorne. This year, for the scrapbooking, there is only 2 levels, thank God. Last year they had 3 levels. There was the subscription kit, which is the easiest things in the world. Then there was a workshop your way, which got a little more complicated. Then there was, I can't even think of the name of it now, but it was pretty technical stuff, teaching a lot of techniques. Here's what I love. Even though I have taught scrapbooking all over the world, I know, aren't those butterflies pretty, Melody? I thought of you when I saw them. I've taught scrapbooking to people over the years, all over the world. I was one of the first people to do it on, oh, what do you call it? That Microsoft has the service. I can't think of it. Skype. To people in Australia and things like that. I am behind on my scrapbooking, and I used to try to scrapbook chronologically, you guys, and I thought that's how you had to do it because that's how I was taught to do it. But let me tell you guys something, and let me get back to my face here so we can talk, and we'll come back to the kit. If you scrapbook chronologically, you will never catch up unless you are a brand new mom having a brand new baby and you stay with it. I did not start until our baby, which is the newlywed kid I always talk about, which will be married 2 years next week, until he was just starting either 6th or 7th grade. So he was in junior high. And a bunch of the moms took me one night for an overnight crop at somebody's house in our pajamas. And I had always crafted, and I had done like what you would call multimedia stuff on my own. I didn't know I was doing it, but I was doing it since I was a kid. I would write songs, I would write poetry, I would put those in a journal, and then I would put like pictures with rubber cement. Remember that, you guys? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, I'm behind. I will never catch up, and I gave up scrapbooking chronologically, and here's why. I knew I would not catch up, and it was discouraging for me, and it was preventing me from enjoying what I want to do. And I'm just going to say this about scrapbooking. I know there's so many card makers in this group, but I think it is so important, especially as women, mothers, wives, grandmas, that we scrapbook. We put stuff down on paper, because when we're gone, this is what we will leave behind, a little piece of our heart. And that's why it's also important to journal. And I'm the worst journaler because of my handwriting. Typically I type it and put it on vellum and put it in a page. But your story, especially as a wife, mother, grandmother, sister, women, we're the worst. We're usually behind the camera, you guys. So we don't get in the pictures a lot. And then we scrapbook about everybody that's in the pictures, and we forget to tell our story. And I had a good brush with death last year, with some, as you know, and it really shocked me to know that I still have so much more that I want my kids and my grandkids to know about me when I'm gone off this earth, which you never know. You know, I hope I live to be 100, but who knows? So that's my plug about scrapbooking. It's just as easy as card making. In fact, I went from scrapbooking to card making. I was a pure scrapbooker, and I always tell this story that I started making cards in self-defense, you guys, because I had so much paper, I could not tolerate it anymore. And so I did whatever I could. Oh, that should be better. I did what I could to help alleviate my paper problem. So when I would finish a scrapbook layout, whatever I had left, I would make cards with it. And card makers, it's no different. You just use a bigger piece of paper, you layer, you embellish. But ladies, please think about, if you're not putting down your memories, who's going to do it? And you want to leave this stuff for your kids, for your grandkids, for your relatives if you don't have children, for the people who love you. So that's my schmeal about scrapbooking. You don't have to scrapbook. We're not scrapbooking like grandma's old way anymore with all the stupid little pieces of corners and all of that. No, no. And I'm going to show you guys this because this is why these were created. So let me go back down to my hands. These subscriptions are called cut above layout kits. The reason they call them cut above, you don't have to cut out anything. You need glue and a pen to journal, and that's really all you need. So this is the beautiful one that's based on that paper that I showed you, that I said was Melody's paper. It's got wisteria, which is a new color, really beautiful. It's got julep, which is a new color. It's really pretty. And these are the layouts. For each kit, there's always 4 pages, 2 double page layouts usually. And honest to God, these can go together sometimes in 15 minutes. And I never get them done that fast because I'm always talking and recording. But I know if I stopped talking and didn't record, then I could. So I'm just going to show you just a peek, and then we'll go and we'll talk about other stuff. But I'm just going to show you guys these kits. These, they come like this, you guys. And the card kits do the same thing, by the way, card makers. They come all separated. Layouts. Layout 1 die cuts. So all this page until here, see right here it shows this is a layout 2 die cut. So this belongs to layout 2. All of the rest of these belong to layout 1, okay? Then we've got over here, ooh, these, I love these colors. I would not in my normal life think to put these 2 colors together. And these are all for layout 2. So layout 2 had a little overhang because they had so many. Okay, and then these guys are stickers, and they are cardstock weight, heavy, heavy, heavy duty stickers. And card makers, you can use all of this stuff on your cards, by the way. Okay, so there's that. Then every single kit, by the way, comes with what they call photo placeholders. And that's in case you're not ready to put your photos on, which I'm not ready right now because my photos are a terrible mess, you guys. I'm embarrassed to say. I need to redo a bunch of photo organization of my old stuff because I'm trying to scrap backwards for the kids when they were younger, but I'm also trying to scrap forward for the grandkids, so it's kind of like yikes. But if you're not ready for your pictures, which used to slow you down as a memory keeper, if you didn't have your pictures, you didn't make anything. Now I just I slap these things together. You can put the photo placeholders on, and you can use those as a layer when you come to do a picture. Or if you make these for gifts for somebody, then it shows them what to do. Okay, here's the papers. I'm just going to quickly show you the papers, and we're going to move on because we're going to talk about some other stuff. All right, I believe this is layout 1. And I like the fact that they've done all the watercolor. Yes, I love to do multimedia. I've done it for years. But you know what? These are what I call, well, this is scrapbooking for beginners, number 1. It's also scrapbooking for experienced people who are in a hurry and are way behind and need to hurry the heck up and get their stuff done. And it is also supplemental scrapbooking for people like me. Yes, I'll do the big heavy-duty stuff, works of art kind of pages, but frankly, guys, I'm too tired to do that all the time anymore. Okay, I don't know if this will show up on camera, but there's already something that looks like a string here, which is where, are you ready? That whole banner is going to live, so you don't have to. I'll probably get a piece of twine and paste it down just because I'm obstinate that way. But that's, and the other thing that I like is I didn't have to cut these photo mats out. They're there. And then you can supplement them, use them with photos, journaling, whatever. I like that. I'm in a hurry. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one goes like, let me see, how does it go? Oh, it goes like that. Okay. All right, so there's the second one. That's this one right here. And they've got lines for journaling and stuff. So I love this kit. I love everything about this. The thing that I am not liking right now is, since we're on a 2-month schedule, anything you find that you love in those 2 months catalogs, and the links are all down below, please, I beg of you, grab it, because they're while supplies last or through October. The other thing that is a big thing to me as a scrapbooker, and this is one of the reasons I fell in love with Close to My Heart. Why do you make these beautiful layouts and stuff and then stick them in a chintzy page protector? You should not do so. Close to My Heart has the best page protectors I've ever felt, and I used to sell for the very top names when I had my online scrapbook store, and I still believe that these are the best on the market. Okay, so here's for all you autumn people. Are you ready? We'll do this one really fast. I'm not going to show you all the guts of it again. You know there's photo placement cards in every one. Yeah, see, here they are. You know there's page protectors. Okay, there's also a bunch of extra die cuts. Woohoo! Okay. Let me show you the gist of it. This is the one that was Hawthorne that I showed you in the big book. It's based on that. This is October. And I like this. This will be good for me because our youngest son, Sean, was a soccer star. But if you didn't want to use that, you can change these around. I change them around all the time. But I love this one, this Thankful. And I love that green strip on this grayish paper. I just think that's gorgeous with the orange. Let me show you the die cuts just so you can see. This is layout 1 on that side, die cuts, layout 2. Man, there's a lot of die cuts these kits. Wow. There's the stickers. Man, are they heavy. Jeez Louise. Ugh. I'm so happy with these. Anyway, here's the paper. And by the way, the Hawthorne paper, I love this. The Hawthorne paper has that in the major paper pack, all colored, and it's just beautiful. Let's see, it goes like this, Glenda, that way. Am I right? And that way? Or am I backwards? Anyway, something like that. And it's got the ink spots, so I don't have to make a mess, which I would normally do with ink spots. And then we have these that have wood. And I love this. They have, I don't know if you can see how subtle that is. And and it's on the other page too. And let me see what it does. Hold on, let me find the sheet. Of course I've lost the sheet in the middle of all of it. Well, there it is. Oh, I see. It's just like a guide for things. Oh, it's so cool. I like that. And I'm not a big brown person. I'm not a big lover of brown. I know a lot of people are, but I like that. Okay, that's Hawthorne.
Can you say that again?
Oh, quit, Alexa. Oh, sorry, I probably made everybody's stuff go off. Pardon me. All right, let me put this back so I don't lose anything, which I would be the first person to do so. Okay, put that away. I'm going to go quicker, you guys, this time, because I want to talk about some other stuff. Okay. Here's a sneak peek, because we don't see the paper right now for November and December, which are always some of the most beautiful papers that Close to My Heart puts out. And if anybody knows anything about Close to My Heart, they do make beautiful paper. Okay, there's extra die cuts. All right, here's... You can see already what the colors are going to be on. This will be November, and I'm loving it. Oh my God. Okay, tell me that this is the paper. Uh-oh, hold on, let me look. Ooh, pink die cuts. Everybody knows I like pink. Or stickers. Oh, look at all the trees, you guys. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm excited about the paper. All right, where's the other one? I love this paper. They had something similar to this last year with this. It almost had like a chalk look. I love this. I might, instead of having it be at the top like this layout shows, there's a good chance I'll flip this around and have it be that way. Depends on what I want to do with it. And I love these. Now, what you do with these that I can already see is some of the die cuts and stickers you put on here, but not all. So the rest of them you could leave alone, or you could color with your markers. There's some ink spots on it. I like the fact that so much stuff is done for you, which is why I love these kits, because like I said, I'm behind and I'm in a hurry, and I need a 15-minute layout. That's what I need. I haven't made that yet. Some people do. But the other thing is I'm kind of a paper freak, you guys, so I'll sit and like look at the paper and how do I want to say this without sounding really weird? I'll kind of like love the paper for a little while because when it's really pretty, I like to look at paper. And yeah, I know it probably sounds crazy. But I'm also a paper hoarder, really bad. Anybody else a paper hoarder in this group? Oh, hi, Patricia. Okay, here's the December layout kit, and this I can't wait to see because I see gingham. And see, we don't know what the paper's going to look like yet. The paper packs, the big ones. Ooh, I see a lot of die cuts and stuff in here. Okay, here we go. Are you guys seeing this? I'm about gingham, so I'm happy already. Oh my God, okay. I have not looked at these yet. So this is pretty exciting. All right, anything that has a gingham pattern, I'm all there. And look, there's also black houndstooth. I love black on a layout. So many people never want to use black on a layout. And I think it's just so beautiful. Oh my God, so pretty. I hope you guys can see that. All right, let me run through quick, because then we're going to talk about other things. All right. So, wow, this weighs a ton. Stickers for layout 2. Look at all of this, you guys. I keep moving. You know, my camera got moved. That's why. There. Holy schmoly. Look at these. And I'm going to leave these out because we're going to talk about prepping kits in a second. So I'm going to leave that part out. Okay. So I can show you something. All right. Here's the papers. Let me see how they go. And see, normally you would have to cut all of these pieces out, measure them, make sure they're going the right direction if there's a direction. Like this paper here definitely has a direction. Okay, so they go like this. I love that. Uh-oh. My favorite, shiplap, weathered wood, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so not only did they give us houndstooth on this, they gave us shiplap paper. We had some of these in a kit last season, and I'm still hoarding some of it because I love this paper. And it's very difficult to find, and it's a pain in the you-know-what to try to make yourself. So, anyway, those are the kits for memory keeping. There are, like I said, there's a cut above kit, which is the same as this. You don't need a pair of scissors, you guys. You just punch everything out, and you need some glue, and that's it. And the card kits are the same. For the Craft with Heart, it's called. And anything you see with close to my heart that says cut above, that means we've already done all the cutting. And that's a huge hurdle, especially for new people, because trying to cut stuff out correctly, especially for scrapbook pages, can be, well, it's a learning experience. One thing that I also always loved about Close to My Heart for new people was that they showed people, even on a big kit, like let me show you this. This is the big workshop kit for this paper pack, the beautiful one that our first kit with all the butterflies was based on, this one. This is the scrapbooking kit, the big kit, and it's big. And all this paper that's in here has to be cut. But what's cool, and this is one of the things I loved so much about Close to My Heart, they teach new people how to cut your paper correctly and efficiently so you don't waste paper. Because, I mean, who wants to waste paper? Said the paper hoarder herself, but, you know. Okay, so this is a diagram, and it shows you, for example, wisteria cardstock. And by the way, if anybody doesn't know, all of the Close to My Heart cardstock is two-toned. It's one shade on one side and another shade on the other side. So they work perfectly together. It's like having two pieces of paper in one. The only exception, of course, is black and white. You can't do that. It tells you, like, out of the cardstock, for example, the wisteria colored cardstock, what to cut, what size to cut. And then I take little sticky notes, like this says 4D, 4I, 4E. There's a reason for that, and I'm going to show you. once you cut out all your paper, it shows you the layout, and it shows you the 1B piece you cut out goes there, the 1C goes there, the number 4, 1D, 1A up there. So it's really easy, but you do have to cut the paper. But it's a good way to learn how to utilize your paper. You guys, look at all of those butterflies. Okay, this is ridiculous. Oh my God, this is cray cray. Look at this. Oh, I love this kind of thing. Isn't that pretty? Wow. There's actually a die that we have right now that cuts out these things with stitched windows, and they're like an inch, and we have die sets or stamp sets that go in it. Oh my God. See what I mean, you guys, about these colors? And I might not have, I'm not a big purple person, although I love it. I might not have ever thought to put this together. Who would think to put these colors together just off the top of your head? I'm sure Evelyn. Evelyn, raise your hand if she's still here. I love this. And one thing that they did this year with the big kits is that, oh my God, look at this. Holy schmoly. Which one does this belong to? Look at this. There's this huge heavy, oh, there it is. There's this huge heavy thing of acrylic letters in here. And it looks like we use the outer part, and it's heavy. And then you could save the inner part. See, look. Oh my God. They weren't kidding around this year. I want to find those butterflies. That's what I'm going to find. And then we're going to go on to something else. I'm going to talk about prepping kits. Oh, the other thing I have to say, though, one more thing they did that makes me so happy is now every kit contains a sticker sheet. Every scrapbooking kit. And these are heavy, heavy, heavy cardstock weight. Look at those butterflies. Cardstock weight stickers. Really heavy, beautiful. Look at the yellows in here. See, I might have put the yellow with the green, but I don't think I'd put the yellow with the purple. Anybody else put the yellow with the purple, or is it just me? Okay, now look at that. Uh-oh. This is the paper. This is the paper pack, and all our papers are double-sided. And Close to My Heart does have another funny thing. This is not an advertisement for Close to My Heart, but kind of, I guess it is. They, instead of wasting this strip up here, like most manufacturers, you have to have this strip because it tells you what it belongs to, what the size is, etc. That's kind of like manufacturing 101. Plus what it does is it tells you the featured colors. And a lot of people don't even look at that. It tells you what colors belong to this kit. So in this case, it's black, evergreen, julep, lemonade, mint, sapphire, white daisy, wisteria. Okay. This is called a zip strip. They are so smart to do this because you cut those off and then they become like borders and stuff. And I end up on a lot of them using them on my cards, you guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Uh-oh, I have not seen this stuff in person. I love this. That's a cool looking one. I love this paper. Hello. And it's all like distressed. I love it when they do the work for me because I'm lazy. It's not that I'm lazy. I just don't have enough time. There's some more of that beautiful paper like we saw in the other kit. And look at the back. Oh my God. Look at the sapphire. How beautiful. And I love that zip strip. So you cut those off and save them. Use them in your scrapbook kit. Use them on your cards. I end up always using a lot of them on cards because they're perfect. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got gems. We have sparkle gems. This is what happens when you buy a scrapbook kit. There's lots of stuff in it. The big kits. I'm thrilled about this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. Oh my God. Uh-oh, stop. You guys, I'm worse than Melody when I get stuff in my hands like that. It excites me. I always giggle when she gets so excited about stuff. I just love it. But I'm kind of like a little kid on Christmas morning because look. Oh, I heard them talk about these, but I didn't realize they were in here. Let me get some out if I can get my hands to cooperate. Butterflies. Acrylic butterflies. And they are thick. I don't know if you guys can see. Wow. That's what those were on those pages. You could color these with alcohol markers if you wanted to. You could stamp on them. I think you would probably want to use Stays-On ink, which is a solvent ink, and we can talk about the different kinds of inks for those of you that are not real familiar with some of that stuff. Anyway, this is the regular scrapbook kit. Let me get rid of this stuff. I'm just pretty excited because I just opened all this stuff. And I didn't want to open it until I did this video. The other thing is, here you go again, you got all your page protectors. So when you're done, you slap the layouts in the page protectors. And by the way, the big layouts, or the big kits like this, not the cut above kits, which you don't have to cut anything. These that you still have to cut, they produce, let me show you. Normally, it's on the front page. Did they change it? No, here you go. This is Project 1, 2-page layout. Project 2, look at this, you guys. Look at that scallop. And we used to have to cut that out with Cricut, by the way. And this year they're putting them in here as die cuts. There's all those acrylic butterflies. Oh my God. And they have colored them, it looks like, maybe with julep, I think. And then there's the other one. Look at all these pages. There's a lot going on in here. And like I said, there's always leftovers, you guys. So what I do is take them immediately and make cards, because if anybody's ever been in my scrap room, you would know the last thing, yeah, and not even my scrap room. I also have in the loft up above. Too much paper. This is an accessory for this kit, you guys. Vellum die cuts. They're made of vellum, so they're sheer and really thin, and I don't know if you can see that they just pop right out. You don't have to do anything. Aren't those beautiful? Talk about fun to color. Anybody who likes to color, this is, you can buy this right here without buying anything else. So that's awesome. Okay, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Oops. Oh yeah, I'm going to leave those out. I think, I'm trying to remember where I think this is the second one. Number 2 that I took these out of. No? Oh, who did I take these out of and not put them back? I don't know. I'll put them in December. I'll figure it out later. Okay. So let me throw all this stuff off my desk. Whew. And I want to talk a little bit about prepping a kit. I don't care if you've got a kit from a card kit or a scrapbook kit. I'm big on doing things when I have time or feel a little bit motivated. And those always don't happen at the same time for me. I don't know about you guys. Anybody else feel that way? Sometimes you know you have the time, but you don't have the inspiration, right? I'll tell you what I do. Like, these are the die cuts right here from the December kit, okay? I would right now prep this stuff while I'm watching TV. Oh, by the way, do you think I have a shimmer brush problem? If anybody doesn't know what a close to my heart shimmer brush is, I'm well known for having a shimmer brush problem. It's the easy way to make your pages have glitter without a mess. Because when I do glitter and embossing powder, but glitter's even worse, I always end up with it on my face and on my hair, and people will giggle at me. We'll go out to dinner and people will be like, I guess you were crafting today, Glenda. This is a shimmer pen. When you get it, they have this little yellow ring in the middle to keep things protected. You unscrew it, take the yellow ring out, and then close it up. Shake it up. Shake it up good the first time because the shimmer's all mixed up. And then what I like to do is this. I like to always have, there you go. Oh, I thought I had, ooh, which one? Oh, I see what I did. I was coloring green stuff. Okay, that's why I thought that looks green. Okay, this is the clear one. You squeeze it, you guys, just a little bit to get it started. And I mean just a little bit until you see it come down into the bristles, okay? Mine looked green because I was coloring some green stuff the other day. And it wasn't close to my heart paper. I'm trying to remember what I was coloring. Oh, something for my grandson. I think it was construction paper. And so it changed the color of my bristles, but it doesn't matter. So this is just the back of a Post-it note where I was writing a note. about something that Melody told me. That's just on the back of a post-it note. So you take it out, and here's what I do. I will take, and there's different colors, and I don't even have all the new colors yet. As anybody can see, I have a pink problem. I don't even know that these pink ones are still available, but yeah, Glenda has a pink problem. I also have a gold problem. But my favorite are these clear. And I will do this, and I do it while they're in the sheet because I don't want them to, they can be malleable, meaning they get a little damp, and so I don't need them coming out of the sheet being damp. I could do, there's new green ones that match this color here, which I don't have yet, and I can do that, but frankly, I'm all about this. Prep your kit, and then the other thing that I do is, let me get my, I forgot to get this out for you guys. I want to show you guys this, because no matter if you're doing cards or whatever, if you're going to try and do a bunch, like Christmas cards, or if you have, I heard somebody say today they had 9 birthdays this month. I think that might have been Sheila. It's like, holy moly, Sheila. If you know you got a bunch of stuff to do, get stuff ready. Get the paper ready. And then for scrapbooking, what I do is I have, for these kits, I'll have all the stuff from layout 1 and layout 2 separated. And because I have ADHD, if anybody couldn't tell, it's hard for us to look, people with ADHD, if you have grandkids or kids with ADHD, please listen. It's hard for us to see stuff that's got a lot of stuff all together. So what I do for myself is I will take the ones that are, even for side 1, I'll look at the picture and figure out which ones belong on side 1, which is usually the left side on scrapbooking, and side 2. And I'll put all the little ones in here, and if things are too big, I'll put them in there, and even stuff that's even bigger there. And then I'll do the same thing for the next layouts. And when I'm doing it on the big kits, you guys, what I'll do is take, let me get a pack of these stickers I want to show you. Here we go. I use these that are sticky on both sides. And if I'm cutting one of those big kits, because remember, the subscription kits you don't have to cut, but the big ones you do. And you need to say like 4, this is going on, and these numbers correspond to the layout. So it's 4I. And I will cut these, I'll cut a bunch of these little squares out like this beforehand. And I'll just stick it on whatever I cut out like that. And then I put it away. And then when I have time, you guys, and when I feel creative, then I will come and everything's ready. And to me, that's important because when I want to craft, I don't want to have a whole bunch of other extraneous things going on around me. It's too hard for me. Maybe a lot of other people can do it, but not me. I need to think. And frankly, I love the process. And so that's part of the reason that I'm trying to make sure I do this on my own time. And if your time's limited, then when you come back, everything's ready to go. Okay. So that's all the stuff I wanted to talk about that. Now, I know there's some people here that are not real experienced in stamping that are here, you guys. Yeah, it's glitter in a pen, which is the best thing that ever happened, frankly. Okay? There are a few different types of ink that you should know about. And so let me get the third one out of here. And my other one is across the room. Actually, there's a few different kinds, but let me just get a couple. Okay, and I have a whole other thing of ink across the room. This is a dye ink. This is most of what people use, generally, for stamping and stuff. They dry quick. They say you cannot emboss on them, but let me just show you a funny little thing. Oh, that's not the one. Oh, they're already packed. I even use this silly thing that was made for me, and it's definitely not a pigment ink. This is something that I put on my catalogs. I stamp it, and I huff on it. I think I talked about huffing this morning. You with your breath on it, and then I throw embossing powder on it and I heat it with my heat gun. But generally dye inks are not meant for that purpose. A dye ink is like the best of worlds. It stamps nice, it's clean, it doesn't make a mess, and you don't have to wait for it to dry. That's the big part of it. Pigment ink, which this one is, and you see, I even give myself a warning because I also have the same color in dye. And if you have not seen Close to My Heart's stamp pads, let me show you the miracle. I can't take credit for it, but I'd like to because I complained about it nonstop because I have a hand injury. They redesigned their things a couple years ago. Look, they're magnetic. So you can stack them on top of each other. You don't have to fight to get them open, and you don't have to store them upside down because they're already upside down, which means that immediately the ink is at the top, which is what you want. Anyway, pigment ink is wet. And pigment ink is what you would use normally to throw embossing powder on top of it. This is Versamark. This is a watermark stamp pad. It's like pigment. If you want to put, for example, let me grab a color. So let's say I wanted to have something to be silver, okay? I would stamp it with this, which makes it clear, you guys. You stamp your stamp with this, and it's kind of sticky stuff. I don't know if you can see it on my finger. You stamp your stamp with this, you stamp the stamp down, and then you throw the embossing powder on it, and you heat it with a heat gun. Versamark should be in everybody's craft room. If you don't have, and you want the Versamark watermark stamp pad, not the colored ones, because there's some that are gold, etc. Forget about that. This is a lifesaver. Because even if you say, I've never stamped, I don't stamp, guess what? I was a scrapbooker who used to say I never stamped. And then I started stamping. I thought, oh my God, where has all this been? Because I can put stuff anywhere I want. I can color it however I want. It's awesome. And when you use embossing powder, for those of you that are new people and haven't used it, you put it on, you heat it with a heat gun, and then it becomes this raised enamel looking beautiful thing. So that's Versamark. This is StazOn. Be careful with StazOn. StazOn is what they call a solvent ink. This is for slick surfaces. So this would go on glass. This would go on wood. Things that are too porous for regular inks. And you don't want this on your hands because it's hard to get off, and you need a special cleaner. They make their own cleaner. And everybody should have at least a black StazOn pad in their craft room, in my humble opinion. If you're just starting, if anybody's just starting, please get a hold of me. I'll be glad to help you. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people get started, and I only tell people to get things that I believe in. When I worked for AT&T for most of my life, I was in the top 1% of their people in the world. Didn't matter where I lived. Didn't matter what department I was in, what products I was selling. I was in the top 1% because I never sold people anything that I didn't believe in. If there were things that I didn't like, I would not sell them to my clients. And I also didn't sell things to people that they didn't need. So if anybody is a new person and wants to learn about stamping, I've given lots of classes on Zoom before, and I'm happy to do it even for a one-on-one. I've done a bunch of this with Judy lately. Judy was just getting started in stamping. But as a crafter, I don't care if you're card making or you're a scrapbooker. You need certain inks. The other thing you need is a good archival. Let me see. Okay, I have the dinky one. We don't sell these anymore. Let me see if I can change my screen again. We sell another kind, but this is a great ink. Memento Tuxedo Black. It's a great ink, and it comes in bigger sizes also, you guys. and our version of it is called Archival Black. You can stamp this, and then this is what you can color with markers, alcohol markers, colored pencils, etc. And your image will stay stable. Okay? I think that I still use this, even though Close to My Heart doesn't sell. As I told you, I use what I believe in. I have the Archival. I use it. Sometimes it's the same size as this. Sometimes I like a little one. If anybody ever sees this out and about, these are called the teardrop size, and they're made by Sunikko, which is Tsukineko. But Memento is a famous ink, and Tuxedo Black is awesome for coloring. And if you've never colored before, get yourself some colored pencils, or don't buy a whole set of alcohol markers until you know. Here's my suggestion. Go to some place like, is it Aaron Brothers? We have Aaron Brothers here. You can go in and buy Copics, like 1 Copic, 2 Copics. You really need 2 Copics, which are alcohol markers. I say buy a color you like and a shade that matches it. And then you need the blender pen. So 3 pens. And try it and see if you like it, you guys. See if you like it before you buy alcohol markers. I'm an alcohol marker girl. I've got, I don't know how many sets. And by the way, Close to My Heart just started selling the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. And I'm a good colorist, but it's much harder since I had my hand injury. What's cool is they're all 3, there's 3 different shades in 1 pen, and they're automatically made to go together. So you color down your dark, your medium, your light, you go back in, or backwards, light, depends on which way. Some people like to do it one way, but you can't go wrong because they're all inside 1 pen. And those are called Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend. So those are a good marker to try, but don't do it. I'm not going to sell you a set until you try to go and color. These I would sell you. These cost nothing. These are water pens. If you don't have a water pen, you want a good one. You don't want a crubby one, let me tell you. Do I still have water in this one? Yeah. You put water in here, and here's another thing. They're cheap. I buy extras, and I'll put part water, and then I'll take a re-inker of a certain color that I love, which for me, guys, it's usually pink. I'll take, what you're supposed to use the re-inkers for is to re-ink your ink pads when they start to get dry. They're little things called re-inkers, if you don't know. I will put them in here, and then forevermore, I have something to color with that's custom for me. The other thing I do, it takes forever for these glitter shimmer pen things to go dry, and they never do go dry. They'll run out of the main solution, but there'll be like a ton of the glitter in there. I take this thing apart, I open it up, and I put shimmer, I put re-inker in here of the certain color that I want. I close it back up, give it a shake, 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 and now I have my own custom color. Even though Close to My Heart makes a bunch of colors, but there are certain colors, like there's a raspberry that I love, and I make my own shimmer pen with the re-inker from the raspberry ink pen. So these are just a lot of little tricks. Judy always tells me I should write a book, and I always I forget things. But if you're new and you're just coming back, if you need help, I'm happy to help you. I hope that this explained a little bit. If you're if you have any questions about different types of inks and what kind of inks to buy, because even if you don't buy Close to My Heart, which I highly suggest because I love them, but there are other good inks also on the market. If you're gonna buy ink, please talk to me, because I don't want you to buy crummy. Don't go to Michael's, I'm sorry to say it, don't go to Michael's and buy the crummy brand of inks that they might have there. Sometimes you'll see Memento there, but it's not very often. It depends on your Michaels. Don't do it. These are an investment. These will last you forever. And when your ink gets dry, which takes a long time, you buy the reinker, which is a lot cheaper than an ink pad, and you just you go like this and put drops of reinker in it. And then I like to let them set upwards, so I put the back on and let it set up for a while. And then when I see that it's soaked all the way in, I turn it around. Ink pads are an investment, and when you buy a good ink pad, I've got ink pads from when I started my scrapbook store online back in the day. I still have ink pads from other manufacturers that are good, like the archival inks that Ranger makes. Those are good inks. I love these close to my heart ones because there's no problem getting them open. They're already suspended, which a lot of places will tell you to store your ink pads upside down. Well, with us you don't have to because it's already that way. And I love their magnetic, so when you got a bunch of them on your desk, they all stack up together and they don't go anywhere, as you can see. So, any questions, please yeah, they save a lot of space, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm easy to get a hold of. On my Facebook business page, just leave me a message. You can try and DM me through YouTube. I'm not sure how well that works, or you can leave me a comment and I'll check. But if you ever want to start on stamping, scrapbooking, card making, I am happy to help you. I have taught people all over the world how to do it. I don't teach people all over the world anymore on a regular basis, but in our community, I am more than happy to help anybody who wants it. And that's it for me today. If anybody wants copies of these catalogs, by the way, let me know. There's one catalog for the whole year that has all the core products in it. Shh. Oh, Luna's getting excited. That has all the core products in it. Like, oh, I know one thing I forgot. I want to tell you guys this. I'm so excited about this. Okay, I got to close the door because Luna's being loud. Luna! That's funny. She's got a bark monitor on. I have never seen this in my life. This is a new thing that they're doing. You can make your own pack of cardstock. So let's say you wanted some extra cardstock in these Christmas colors, like evergreen and things like that. But you didn't want a lot. Usually you'd have to buy a whole pack of cardstock. You can now either order a custom pack of 12 or a custom pack of 24. And the only caveat is you have to order them in two. So you'd have to order, for example, 2 evergreen or 4 evergreen. As long as they're in an even 2 number. I'm so excited about this because I've got, oh God, I don't even want to show you. I'm kind of embarrassed. Let me see. Oh, I got to change my camera. Hold on. Let me move my camera. Okay. Can you see this mess back here on the bottom? Not this one. That. That is just the majority of colors for close to my heart cardstock. And then I have all the white and stuff up above and the black. Because I have so much colors because they were 24 packs of one color. And even though you have 2 colors, which is great. So let's say this is, oh, let me show you this. I got it back on here. This is the raspberry, for example, that I already told you about. I'm pink girl. Anybody knows me knows I love pink. It's one shade on one side and it's another shade on the other side. So if you get a 24 pack, it's like having 48 pieces of paper. So I'm psyched about that. Really psyched. And that julep that I showed you, by the way, Close to My Heart always has a color of the year. This is the color of the year. So they make gems, they make sparkles, they make a shimmer brush, they make glitter paper. I just got my glitter paper. Let me get it. Oh my God, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then we're going to stop. Hold on. Where did I put it? I think it's back here by... Where is it, Glenda? Which one did I put it? Oh, there it is. Geez, it's labeled julep glitter paper. You might think I might see it. Are you ready for the beauty of this color? And I'm not a green girl. But look at this. How pretty is that? And that matches this. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at it in the light. Holy schmoly. Love it. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about these cardstock packs because you're just starting and trying to stock up. Maybe you don't want to go and buy a 24 pack of cardstock or even a 12 pack of cardstock. You can do it this way, and you also know that the color families all belong to each other. So it's easy to mix and match, by the way, for cards, memory books, anything. That's all I have. Okay, if anybody wants a catalog, just get a hold of me. And you guys, I will... I don't want to throw... I don't care. My phone number is out there. I had it on my blog for years. So, area code 714-328-1223. You can call me. Just wait till after 10 o'clock Pacific time, please. I like to let the hubby get out of the house and not be bothered by my business calls. Don't hesitate to call. If you want a class on stamping, cards, memory keeping, anything, just let me know. I'm happy to help you guys. This community of people that belong to Melody are so special, and I think we all learn from each other like crazy. And I never think I know everything, but I know a lot because I've been around forever. But my God, this morning I learned so much stuff, not just in the regular video, but in the Patreon video. I have notes coming out of the wazoo over here for things from the Patreon video. And if anybody's here, well, I think everybody here knows what that is. That was the best Patreon hangout, that education-wise, that I believe we've ever had. Just my humble opinion, but I'm sticking to it. So I'm going to let you guys go because I know I get chatty and it takes a long time. And I appreciate so much you guys spending time with me. It means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm trying desperately to get to 1,000 subscribers. If anybody looks, you can see I had a YouTube channel very early on when there were hardly any crafters with a YouTube channel. And then I was very sick off and on for a long time, and so I just let it go, and I lost a lot of people. And I'm trying to build that back up to at least 1,000, and then I'd like to go from there. So watch time is important, as well as subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Click that subscribe button, and then click that little bell. And on anybody you subscribe to that you want to know when they do something or when they're going to show you something, just like Melody. If you're not subscribed with the bell check, you need to be, because then you'll get a notification when someone goes either live or posts a new video. And for people that I like to watch, I always have that bell checked every time. And when on our OBS class, I have everybody's subscription and I have their bell on also. And if any of you are not in our OBS class and you want to learn anything about making YouTube videos, maybe not right now, but even for later on, it's $5 a month, I believe, is the entry to be in that class. And it's called Learning Live Videos with Melody Lane. There's a special Facebook group. It's, I think it's $5 Patreon and above. And I've learned so much in that class. It's been well worth it. And Evelyn, if she's still on, which I don't know if she is, she's done so much in that class. I'm the one who asked for that class. Well, I begged her for it. And then I almost died of sepsis. And so I wasn't really able to do a lot. And Evelyn picked up and just made all the handouts and everything. And I appreciate it so much. So Evelyn, if you're still here or you hear this later, I say it all the time, but thank you, Evelyn. Anyway, that's it for today. Let me know if I can help you. It's what I like to do. I like to help people. It's my jam. I'm like Melody that way. So I appreciate you guys coming. It means everything to me. So everybody have a good night, whatever time zone you're in. It's about 5 after 4 here. So I suspect some of you are later. So Glenda Canuti from Glenda's Creative Place signing off. Thanks, everybody. Bye.